I want to talk about the gift of giving gifts to give. There's a viral video that I just saw, and hopefully you've seen it too, of the Birmingham Mall where they set up this kiosk-y thing of a big present, and phone rings, and when you answer the phone, Santa's on the other line, and after talking to you for a second, he gives you a gift. So a gift drops into this little slot, and then he gives you instructions to give that gift to someone else in the mall. So clearly that Santa is able to, in the mall somewhere, watching this, and he says, "Go, there's somebody in a blue jacket, he's walking behind there, go give him this gift." And the people run and try to catch the person and give him the gift. And it is awesome. And it is so much more exciting and joyous and exhilarating and feels so much more like Christmas than, if there was just a giveaway. That subtle but significant difference of giving someone a gift to give away as opposed to just giving them a gift made it special, made it transformative, made it something that I shared and many people shared, like, yes, this. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought of examples in my life, and then I started to see examples of this trend and this phenomenon or this experience of giving gifts to give away. I talk about in my TED Talk about how my grandpa Caleb used to often give gifts to give away. Like heifer.org is a good example of that. It's an organization where you can buy, say, a milking goat for a family in need in a rural community in another country, and then you give a certificate to your giftee and say, "Here, on your behalf, I gave this goat." So your gift is a gift for them, which I think is a beautiful way to kind of still participate in the gifting season when you know somebody has everything. I get frustrated when I'm searching through Amazon or going through the mall, just going like, I need to get a gift for someone that I don't know what they want. I don't think they need anything, so I'm going to get them a scented candle. I'm going to get them, a book. Those cutesy books that are kind of like a BuzzFeed article in book form. You don't need to buy that, but I need to get them a gift, so I got to get them something. So this idea of a gift that you give to someone else, it flips that and turns it into that gifting experience that can be so transformative. My uncle on my brother's 16th birthday gave him a chunk of cash and said, "This is for you to research, find a charity that you believe in and give to that charity, or give it back to me, but it's not for you." And that actually ended up becoming a path that my brother started researching groups and had these long relationships with organizations and ended up volunteering and really kind of became a significant impact on who he was in the world. How many gifts do that? My beloved Belicious, on our first kind of date, she, for my birthday, which took place at a festival, she showed up with 2 huge pans of cupcakes for me to give away. I was like, wow, this is the coolest gift ever. This woman gets me. My old boss and his wife, for my birthday last year, they gave me a bunch of cash for me to give to people. I'm like, this is so awesome. In fact, as I think about it, if I look back at all the gifts that I remember through the years, I remember these way more vividly than anything that I've received. I've kind of fallen into the trap of trying to figure out what thing can I get for my nephews. And as I'm thinking about and all this gifts to giving gifts, I'm like, oh, well, that's it. They've got all the video games they need. They've got all the sporting equipment they need, and they're going to get so much more of that stuff. So I'm going to give them some cash to give away. Maybe I'm thinking $5 bills with bows on them that they have to give away to a stranger. You can give it to a homeless person, but I'm going to try to encourage them and maybe see if we can go out on some journeys out into the world together just to find strangers and just to see what happens. Because I think that's when magical experiences, when you have a personal experience of touching someone in a gesture that has no expectation, has no reciprocation, it is not a transaction. And if one of those bills, one of those gestures gets a reaction that lights them up, it can teach them what I keep seeing in these videos and in my experiences, that the joy of a thing. Yes, I am stoked when I open up something that has a certain dollar amount and I'm like, cool, I don't have to buy this for myself now. That saves me a little bit of labor. Awesome. Saves me some time. Sometimes you get a gift where it's like, wow, this person is really, they thought a lot about me and they got me something that I didn't even know that I needed, and I didn't even know, this is a beautiful, thoughtful gift. Awesome. You should continue doing that. But, getting a gift card or something, it's like, I appreciate that. It is a reduction in the resources that I have to spend in the world. Thank you. But if I get the experience of giving someone joy, it's like giving someone an orgasm. That's awesome. Should I have said that? Maybe not in the same sentence as my nephews. But the point I'm trying to make is that giving someone else joy, lighting someone else up, is massively, like if you weigh the joy that you get from getting something versus the joy you get from giving someone joy, it is, the proportional makeup is so heavily weighted on giving. And yet we don't have the training, we don't have the experiences that teach us that. We're actually taught the contrary of that, you need to hoard and collect and get. And, some of that is innate. I mean, you look at little kids playing with toys, you gotta really push kids to share. But as you get older and you start to get it, I think there's this point where you start to realize, oh my gosh, I can feel that person's joy. I can feel it. And when you can have those experiences, it can change the way you see the world and you see yourself in the world. And you can feel that, whether you get it on a deep level, on a spiritual level, on an intellectual, whatever, it doesn't even, if you just have a taste of that, I'm connected. It has massive impact on our personal happiness, on our sense of self, and our path in the world. And the cool thing is it all becomes a pay it forward thing, where anybody who has received a gift like that, it opens up and releases some of their own chains and the restrictions that they have on doing those kind of things in the world. We're taught that you're a sucker and you're vulnerable and you're it's a little crazy to just give without receiving anything. But when you give to somebody, you knock them out of that. That's why you see those chains that happen at Starbucks and other places where they pay for the person behind them, and they pay for the person behind them, and they pay for the person behind them. Because it's like, whoa, you can do that? You can just be kind? And then you go, oh my gosh, that only cost me $5. And I've been thinking about this all day. I've been thinking about this all week. I will remember this for years. How many $5 purchases do you remember for years? That is the kind of impact. That is when $5 actually ripples and changes many, many people. So, that being said, I encourage everyone to send me $5 because it will make you feel great. Just kidding. No, but I think that, set aside five $5 bills and just put them in your back pocket and give them away on whims. Not to the person who's the dirtiest in the street, not to panhandlers, not to people that are asking for a transaction. If you want to help those people, fine. This is something totally separate. Just when you're in the mall, when you're in the street, and you see someone, and just be like, hey, you know what? Happy holidays. Boom, boom, boom. maybe make it no 5 5s, make one 220s. Maybe that's the magic button to get someone to light up. I don't know, but I certainly know that something feels good about giving. Why do you think Santa is so happy? You can't eat that much gluten and still be that happy unless you've got something figured out. So, be like Santa. WWSD. What did Santa do? Ho, ho, ho. Merry Giftmas.